Okay, so ready to dive into this Deepseek thing. It seems like it's everywhere right now, and we just had to get into it.
Yeah, for sure. It's been hard to miss, right? Everyone's talking about it.
Exactly, and for good reason too, right? I mean, we've been following AI development for a while now, and this Deepseek thing, well, it seems like it could be a real game changer.
Yeah, definitely a lot to unpack there.
So maybe let's just start with the basics for anyone who might have missed it. What is Deepseek, and why is everyone making such a big deal about it?
Right. So Deepseek is it's a Chinese AI startup, and they've been making waves because they've basically developed this really powerful AI.
Right, an AI chatbot. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's called Deepseek R1,
Yeah.
and it's designed to compete with the big names out there like ChatGPT, which is from OpenAI.
ChatGPT. Everyone knows ChatGPT.
Right. Exactly. But here's the thing: Deepseek, they've managed to develop this rival to ChatGPT, but they did it for a ridiculously small amount of money, at least compared to what we normally see.
Yeah, that's the part that really blew me away, right? Like ChatGPT and these other big AI models, they cost what, like hundreds of millions of dollars to develop?
Yeah, you're looking at upwards of $100 million, easy.
And Deepseek did it for, what was it, like $6 million?
Yeah, somewhere around there, like $6 million. It's insane.
It's like a tenth of the cost, or even less, right?
It is. It really is. And that's why, everyone is paying attention, because it kind of throws everything we thought we knew about AI development out the window.
Yeah, it's like the whole industry is built on this idea that you need these like massive budgets and tons of resources to create anything worthwhile.
Yeah, exactly. But Deepseek's kind of saying, hold on, maybe not.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So how did they pull it off then? What's their secret, so to speak?
Well, a big part of it comes down to, their approach to hardware, the chips they use to power their AI.
Okay, yeah, the chips, because that's a huge factor, right? Like everyone's talking about NVIDIA and their A100 chips, these specialized processors that are basically like the gold standard for AI development.
Yeah, the A100s, they're incredibly powerful, but they're also, they're incredibly expensive.
Right. And there are all those export restrictions now, right? Like it's not even easy to get your hands on them.
Exactly. So Deepseek, they were actually pretty smart about it. They stockpiled a bunch of A100s before those restrictions really hit.
Oh, so they kind of saw it coming.
It seems that way, yeah. But they didn't just rely on the A100s. They also incorporated some more affordable chips into their setup.
So like a mix of high-end and more budget-friendly hardware.
Yeah, exactly. And they also focused on, making their AI more efficient in terms of memory consumption.
Okay, so less reliant on having like tons and tons of memory available.
Right. And that's another key factor in their cost savings, because memory, that can be a major expense.
So it's like a combination of clever planning, getting those A100s before they became hard to get, and also some really innovative technical work to make their AI more efficient.
Exactly. It's a really smart approach.
So they figured out how to build this powerful AI on a shoestring budget, relatively speaking. But what does that actually mean for the rest of us? Like, why should we care?
Well, that's where things get really interesting, right? Because Deepseek's success, it hasn't just stayed contained within the tech world. It's actually sent like shockwaves through the financial market.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing something about that. What was it? NVIDIA stock took a hit.
Big time. Yeah, their market value plummeted by almost $600 billion.
$600 billion. That's crazy.
Yeah, and even the NASDAQ, like the whole index, it dropped over 3%.
Wow, so Deepseek, this little startup from China, they managed to like shake the foundations of Wall Street.
Pretty much. And the reason for that is, it's because Deepseek has basically forced investors to rethink this whole assumption that you need to spend a fortune to be successful in AI.
It's like if Deepseek can do it for, a fraction of the cost, then maybe all that spending by the big companies, maybe it wasn't all necessary.
Right, exactly. And that's a pretty big deal for investors, because it means that, it means they might have been overestimating the value of some of these tech companies.
Yeah, it's like suddenly the playing field has been leveled a bit, right?
Exactly. And that's why everyone is so excited about Deepseek, because it's not just about the technology itself, it's about what it represents, this potential for a major shift in the AI landscape.
And what about the guy behind all of this, the founder of Deepseek? I think I saw his name somewhere. Liang something?
Liang Wenfeng, yeah. He's a pretty interesting figure.
What's his background? Like, is he a tech guy, a scientist?
Actually, no. His background is primarily in finance.
Really? Finance?
Yeah, but he also has a really strong technical understanding. Like, he really gets the nuts and bolts of how this stuff works.
So maybe that's part of it, right? Like, he's coming at it from a different perspective, from a financial mindset where, you're always looking for ways to do more with less.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. Maybe that's what allowed him to see this opportunity that everyone else missed.
It's fascinating, right? This guy comes from outside the traditional tech world, and he manages to like turn everything upside down.
Totally. And what's really important here is that Deepseek's story, it's not just about saving money. It's also about, it's about highlighting this crucial advantage that comes with being an early adopter of AI.
Okay, yeah, explain that, because I feel like that's something that people don't always think about.
So, right now, everyone's talking about AI. It's the hot topic, right?
Yeah, it feels like every other day there's some new breakthrough or some new application.
Exactly. And the thing is, the companies that hesitate to embrace AI, the ones that are slow to adopt it, they risk falling behind.
Okay, but falling behind in what sense? Like, just in terms of the technology itself?
Well, yeah, that's part of it. But it's also about, attracting talent, like the best engineers and developers. They want to work for companies that are at the forefront of AI.
Right, because that's where the most exciting work is.
Exactly. And then there's also the whole issue of meeting evolving customer needs.
Oh, you mean like as AI becomes more sophisticated, customers are going to expect more from businesses?
Exactly. They're going to want, more personalized experiences, more efficient service. And the companies that aren't using AI, well, they're going to struggle to keep up.
So really, Deepseek's story is about more than just building cheaper AI. It's about showing the strategic importance of being an early adopter.
Exactly. It's about understanding that AI is not just some cool technology. It's a fundamental shift in how businesses operate, and the companies that get on board early are going to have a huge advantage.
Okay, so it's not just about saving money. It's about staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly. And there's actually some real world proof of this happening. Have you heard of this company, Chameleon?
Chameleon. I don't think so. Tell me about it.
So Chameleon is they're a company that helps businesses transition from using OpenAI's models like ChatGPT to using Deepseek's R1.
Oh, interesting. So they're basically like helping companies make the switch.
Exactly. And the thing is, they're seeing these incredible cost reductions for their clients, like consistently around 90%.
90%?
Seriously? Yeah, it's wild, right? And that's not just a small discount. That's a total game changer for these businesses.
Yeah, I mean, if you can reduce your costs by 90%, that frees up so much capital to invest in other areas of your business.
Exactly. It allows you to hire more people, to expand into new markets, to really innovate.
So Chameleon is kind of like a living example of how Deepseek's approach can actually translate into real world savings and a competitive edge for businesses.
It really is. It's a really powerful example.
And thinking about all of this, it almost feels like Deepseek has triggered this paradigm shift in how we think about AI.
I think you're right. They've really challenged this belief that you need to invest heavily in these super expensive resources to be a major player in the AI space.
Right. It's like they've democratized AI development in a way.
Yeah, I like that they've shown that innovation doesn't always have to to break the bank.
And that's a really exciting prospect, right? Because it means that maybe we'll see more smaller players entering the field, bringing fresh ideas and new approaches.
Yeah, exactly. It could lead to this whole wave of creativity and innovation.
So what do you think? Where do we go from here? What's the future of AI in light of everything that Deepseek has kind of set in motion?
That's the big question, isn't it? It's hard to say for sure, but I think it's safe to say that Deepseek has really shaken things up. You know, they've shown that the AI landscape is far from settled.
Yeah, it's like they've thrown down the gauntlet,
Yeah.
right? And now everyone else has to respond.
Exactly, and I think that's a good thing. You know, it's going to push everyone to be more innovative, to be more efficient, to really push the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
So it's a development that we should all be watching very closely.
Definitely, it's going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out.
Absolutely, Deepseek has definitely given us a lot to think about.
Yeah,
and a lot to look forward to in the world of AI.
couldn't agree more.
Well, on that note, thanks for breaking it all down for us. It's been a really enlightening conversation.
My pleasure. Always happy to talk AI.
And to everyone listening, keep your eyes peeled, because the world of AI it's changing fast, and Deepseek is just the beginning.
Yeah, stay tuned, folks. Things are about to get really interesting.
Okay, that's it for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.